Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, one small doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, in
No.
the assignment question, you have given like 0 degree, 0 minute, and 0 second. And while you are teaching in the class, that you have said like the assignment will be 0 degree, 0 minute, and 20 seconds. So, will you please check it, sir?
No. What is it? I given an assignment. Okay, fine. No.
Yes, sir. That
No.
you said like the question is 0 degree, 0 minute, and 0 second.
20 seconds.
So okay, means that's a typo error, typing error.
Is there? Did you read the assignment question well?
So in the
Hello?
assignment it is given. Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
No, what is the question? You read out the assignment.
Just 1 minute, sir.
What is the question?
1 minute, sir. Just I'm opening it.
The vertical vernier read 0 degree, 0 minute, and 20 seconds. How will you find out
It
whether it's an angle of elevation or angle of depression? That is the question.
no, sir. It is given the vertical circle leading of the theodolite read 0 degree, 0 minute, 0 second.
Not
How
0
will you
seconds.
define?
No, 0
Okay,
seconds.
sir. Okay.
20
Okay, sir.
seconds.
It's a type. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
If it is it been given that way?
Yes, sir. It is given 0 seconds.
Okay, I'll just correct it now. Now is okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Now you have to find an answer. That day itself I told the problem orally. Do you attended anybody? Anybody who attended? Find an answer to that. Shall we start now? So we dealt with the permanent adjustment view of determined what is called the we have made the vertical axis vertical. We have seen the correction for a horizontal hair of a cross hair, correction for a vertical, the horizontal as well as vertical. Then we have seen a correction for the Dranian axis. Then last one is what is called the index error. Index error. What is that index error? It's very difficult to find out. If the vertical circle reading 0 degree, 0 minute, and 0 second, okay, the line of collimation is not horizontal, like or your vertical plate the plate bubble, vertical plate bubble remaining at center, plate bubble remaining at center. Okay, right? Your line of collimation perfectly horizontal. Horizontal. But a vertical circle never reading a 0, 0. This is the what is called the index error. So how to find out what is the index error and how to correct it? Okay, right? That is the line of collimation is perfectly horizontal, but there is an error in the index, the plate. Okay, how will you check this? You get it? What is that index error? So you level your theodolite at a point. Okay, you just level at a point. Okay, then you hold a staff at some point, like so you hold a staff at some point. The staff here is the leveling staff. Okay, the staff here is the leveling staff. When I refer to what is the least count of a leveling staff? What is the least count of the leveling staff?
0.5 centimeter.
No.
0.005 meter.
5 mm pa. 5 mm.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you, I demonstrated it. You have got alternate band dark. So this is black and this is white.
5 mm, sir.
This thing is 5 mm. That is why you got the level as 0.0005 meter. Okay, least count of it is 0.005 meter. So I hold a staff means I am holding a leveling staff. Now perfectly level your instrument. Use your clip screw. What is the purpose of a clip screw? What is the use of a clip screw?
Bubble.
Altitude bubble to
Huh?
center. Altitude bubble to center.
So you are using a clip screw to bring altitude bubble to the center. Understand? You are using the altitude bubble to the center. Okay, right. Now listen it carefully. So what is that you do? You use your clip screw and make the altitude bubble center and set 0, 0, 0, 0 degree, 0 minute and 0 second where? Vertical circle. We are setting at a vertical circle. Okay. Vertical circle you are setting 0 degree, 0 minute and 0 second. Something for finer adjustment, you have something. What is it in a theodolite? It's called. What is it called in a theodolite? The backbone of surveying is a theodolite, boy. Unless you are very familiar with theodolite, very difficult.
Tangent screw.
That's called a tangent screw. Tangent screw is for finer adjustment. Tangent is for finer adjustment. Okay. So now what you have done? You have level it at a point. And you are holding a leveling staff at the far up place, and you are using a tangent screw and you are this thing tangent screw you are using it, set it to 0 degree, 0 minute and 0 second. So it's a vertical movement is arrested, you clamp it, tangent screw you are using it, you are finding out, you are making it 0, 0, 0 and read the staff over here. Some values will be there. read the star for some value. Transit your telescope and swing your telescope. What happened now? The phase of the telescope gets changed. When you transit the telescope and swing the telescope, transiting is vertical circle, or then you swing the telescope by 180 degrees, the change of phase, and then you just make the reading at 0 degree, 0 minute, and 0 second. You understand that? 0 second. Okay. And then you sight to this point again. If both the values are same, there is no index error. If both the values are same, there is no index error. If there is a change, then the index has to be corrected. How do you correct it? Okay, find them. So you will have some value h2. So you find that the h2 minus h1 by 2, that's some mean value of this somewhere here. Okay, h2 minus h1, that you make a mean value of that. Use your clip screw. Use your clip screw. Use your clip screw, right, to bisect the mean value of this. Use your clip screw. You are using a clip screw to bisect the mean value of this, right? Use your tangent screw to read 0. Use your tangent screw to set your value to, because when you are using a clip screw, some small minor this thing will be there. Use your tangent screw to make it read 0. Now what happened to the bubble? Altitude bubble. Altitude bubble will be out. Okay, altitude bubble will be out. So use your caption headed screw and the bubble tube and bring the bubble to the center. Use the caption headed screw in the bubble tube and bring the bubble to the center. Is that okay? Now you have corrected your index error. You have corrected the index error. Yes, sir. Any doubt? You wanted to repeat it? Hello?
Yes, sir. One more time.
One more time. No. So these things, these are very critical. The questions you have to answer a very critical questions like that. Okay, that is where no. Okay, fine. So what do you do? First, you are leveling your instrument at one point, and then make it horizontal. Make the vertical vernier to read 0, 0, 0. Use your tangent screw. Hold the leveling star at the point and take a reading as h1. Okay, so it's perfectly organic. Now the theolite is used as a leveling actually, dummy level. Swing your telescope, transit your telescope and swing your instrument, and then you change the phase of it. Again, make the vernier reading 0, 0 using a tangent screw or whatever screw you want. Bring the altitude bubble to the center. Read the top. If the same h1 is there, there is no index error. Some value of h2. So you find out what is h2 minus h1 by 2, the mean value of this. Use your clip screw to bisect the mean value of this. And use your tangent screw to make the vernier reading 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So tangent screw you are making use of. Now the bubble will be out of center. So now use the captain headed knot. Adjust the bubble altitude bubble, bring it to the center. Now you have carried out a correction for index error. You have carried out the correction for index error, right? The first you level instrument, make the vernier reading 00, use your clip screw to make the bubble to the center, take a reading, okay, and then change the phase of the instrument, make the vernier to read 00, and use the clip screw to bring the bubble to the center. Then again read the instrument, stop reading. If both are same, there is no index error. Other way, what you do, find out what is the new reading, find the mean value between that, use your clip screw to bisect the mean value, and then use your tangent screw to read 000, and then adjust your the captain headed screw in the bubble tube and bring the bubble to the center. Then again repeat this uh, for more number of times so that the index error is eliminated. Okay, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I don't know whether I'm conveying something to you. Somebody, only very few people are reacting. It's different from what is that I teach in a normal class and online teaching. I don't know how many of you are active listeners and how many of you are passive listeners. Okay, because I cannot check it unless I have some examination, and then and you people you are very honest and ethical enough, but judging your listening capacity is very difficult. Okay. Right. Now we will move on to the next chapter. Heights and distances. Okay. Suppose I have a point well above the ground level. Well above the ground level. Hmm. The base of the point is inaccessible. Base of the point is inaccessible. Do you agree with that? Suppose there is a okay. Is it okay? Fine. I have a cross at the top of a pillar. Right? Right. Now I set your like at this point. Set the point. Now this is horizontal distance d. Suppose I project this point down. Okay. This project point this. This is horizontal distance d. Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
What is this line going? What is this line? What is this line?
Level line.
Huh?
Level line.
What's line? What is that line called? Huh?
Horizontal line.
What is this line called? projection of the point, intersection of that under the ground, which I can, this point is inaccessible, no? This point is inaccessible. Now I will draw one long, this other color like so that where is the green color, what is that I've used now? What is that line called?
So
What is that
horizontal line of sight.
Horizontal line. That's called a horizontal line. Huh?
Okay.
The line of sight merges, then it departs because of curvature. Then it just gets lifted up because of refraction. So now what is this? This is what is called my height check point. Above this point, na? Above this point. So I have taken what is this? This is alpha. Okay. What is that alpha 1? Angle of
Elevation.
so now what I do? Up to this is okay for you. Observing
Yes.
alpha 1. How will you do that? Set your theolite at this point, say some A. Set your theolite at point A. Level it, do your temporary adjustment. Then lift your telescope, bisect this point exactly like, okay, this point, center. This is not okay now. Okay, right? Bisect the point. Then use your tangential screw, move upward or downward. And then use your clip screw to bring the bubble to the center. Read your vertical circle. That is alpha 1 is okay. Alpha 1, okay. Okay, or is it okay? Can you mark this point A onto the ground? A onto the ground. Is that
Then
possible?
we can't
Yeah.
measure the angle, sir.
Why? Vertical circle, na? You are using a vertical circle. This is 0, 0. This is alpha 1. Why?
So you have to sight that point, no, sir. It will be tough.
Yeah, we cited this point, no?
So, but we have to place it at A and then sight the point. It won't be possible. Like,
What is it you are talking by? I have centered my theolite over point A, set my instrument, the tripod, the plumb line just hits the ground at point A. Optical plummet are sometimes available. You can find also mark the point A. And then lift your telescope and read the angle alpha 1. What is there? Vertical angle you can read, no? What is the difficulty? What is the difficulty? It's not a horizontal angle, vertical angle, boy. Vertical angle. You're just lifting the telescope and then bisect the point, and then you are using a tangent screw for finer movement. Use your clip screw and bring the bubble, altitude bubble to the center. Already your plate level is at the center. Already the plate level is at the center. Okay. Then you are reading your alpha 1. Is that very difficult? You read a vernier C and D, and then you take a mean of it. You got what is called the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Is it okay? Okay or not? Respond by.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I do is I transit the telescope with all the horizontal movement. When I transit the telescope, what happens? It generates a vertical plane. it generates a vertical plane at a distance of say B from this, at the distance of B from this point A, I set up another point B. How do I do it? I transit the telescope, hold the ranging rod at the point B, and then so that I bisect the ranging rod. Bisect the ranging rod. So this point is fixed. My B point is fixed. Now I shift my instrument, I set it at point B and do all the same adjustment. All the same adjustment. Okay. What is this green line? This is X2. This is X1. That clear to you now? Is that clear? Half. Okay, the theolite. Then now what I do is I set the theolite at point B. And then bisect this point. Let me know this angle is alpha 2. Now I hold a staff at some far off distance. Let me have this as some S1 and this as some S2. Okay. So S1 minus S2 is equal to H2 minus is equal to something. Is it okay for you? If you understand this, my job becomes easy. If you got any doubt on this, please ask me. Because this is the practical one which we are going to do it in the field by. Any difficulty? Can you do this? Is it possible for us?
Sir, when you said that ranging rod should bisect, what does it actually mean?
Huh?
Sir, you said that ranging rod at B should bisect ranging rod at A. What does that mean?
Why we are doing it? That is your question, huh? Why you are doing it?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. What does it mean?
See.
Do we need to put it half the length
No.
or?
You are at point A. You are at point A. Okay?
Okay, sir.
You are at point A and you have observed alpha 1. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
And you have taken a staff reading at a far up place S1. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay? Right. Now what we do is you are observing the vertical angle. You are not allowed to rotate the horizontal plate. Horizontal movement is fixed. Kindly understand, horizontal movement is fixed. You are transiting the telescope. You transit the telescope. What happens? It generates because already is in a vertical plane. On the same plane, you are holding some point distance B from point A. You are holding a ranging rod and bisecting the ranging rod. Okay. So you mark the ground point and you set your theolite at the same point. Do you get the point? And you set the
Yes, sir.
theolite at the same point. This method is called a single plane method. This is called a single plane method because your theolite point and the target are all on the same vertical plane. They are all on the same vertical plane. Is it okay for you?
Yes, sir.
The atom, the three-dimensional this thing is with the same vertical plane. You have got two theolite points. Okay. Now, what is H1? H1 is equal to d tan alpha 1. Okay? D tan alpha 1. Agree? This H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. This is hypotenuse, this is opposite side, this is the adjacent side. Trigonometry also had to teach you. Is it okay? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is H2? It's okay? You're okay?
Yes, sir.
H1 minus H2. Is okay? Right? H1 minus H2. What is H1 minus H2? Minus S, no? H1 minus H2 is minus S. Okay? So I bring it to the other side, minus S plus D tan alpha 2, D tan alpha 1, tan alpha 2. Hmm? Or S minus D tan alpha 2 equal to D into tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1. Okay. So what is D? Or I can write this as S dot alpha 2 minus D tan alpha 2 by tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1 is equal to D. Is it okay? So what is that you have found out? You know what is S? You know what is alpha 1? You know alpha 2? What you can find out? D you can find out. Horizontal distance D you can find out. So what is the height H1? H1 is equal to D tan of alpha 1. So you can also find out what is the height. Suppose your first station is lower than the second station. First station is lower than the second station. If it is higher than the first station, then it will become B plus S dot alpha 2 tan alpha 2 by tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1 will be equal to your D. So in general the formula is So this is what is called the determination of height and distance. This is if you are going to do it in the field. Okay. If you understand the concept of it, this is what is called a single plane method. This is what is called a single plane method when you are finding out the height of an object which the base of the object is inaccessible. You cannot access the base of the projection of this point you cannot reach. This point you cannot reach. But you are taking observation towards the point, and with the known the distances what you measure in the field and the angle, you will be able to solve the concept. Is it okay for you? Right? Is it okay? No response?
Yes,
No
sir.
response?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now refresh yourself. I'm going to give you another problem. Because the surveying, it is a field problem, but there is no unique solution. The way how you tackle it, how the way you do it, you take advantage of the your field, and then you find out how that the problem can be solved, right? Whether there is an intervention, whether you are able to see that, whether you are not able to see that. So, okay, now, right. There are 2 points. There are 2 points. Let me put it A, B. There are 2 points A and B. They are at a different height. They are at different height. How will you find out the distance between the 2 points and the difference in elevation between the 2 points? Is it? The problem is clear? Problem is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are 2 points. For example, I don't know whether you have seen it. You would not have visited the civil engineering department, no? Here? Hmm? Or the administrative building you have seen? The clock tower? That's a landmark, no? Clock tower. Nowadays we have a speaking clock. We made it a speaking clock, right? The top of the clock tower. Suppose I have a cross on the clock tower, and I would like to know what is the horizontal distance between the clock tower and some point on the electrical department. Electrical department, you want to find out what is the distance, horizontal distance, the line joining the center of this into the center of this, and the elevation difference between A and the B. And the points are, the base of the objects are not accessible. The base of the objects are not accessible. Somewhere you are here now, somewhere you are here. And then you are able to see the 2 points. How will you solve this problem? You have got a theology. How will you solve the problem, boy? So, what else you want? What is the instrument you want? Just give me in inventory. What is that you want?
Theodolite, sir.
Theodolite. Very good.
Yes.
So I will give you a theodolite. Then what else you want? You want a ranging rod? So I will give you a ranging rod. class இருக்கேன்டா ஒரு 10 நிமிஷம் வெயிட் பண்ணு. So you want ranging rod, I will give you ranging rod. You want a tape, I will give you a tape. All these three are provided to you. Okay?
Sir, you
Yes,
can
sir.
first you measure the point A, find alpha 1, take it at alpha 1.
No. Repeat it.
First find the angle, vertical angle for A, take it as alpha 1. Okay, then on the other side keep the
Mind
ranging
you,
rod.
this is not in a single plane method. The method what I explained it just now, you cannot use this because they are not in a single plane. They are in a different vertical plane.
Sir, no, from one the base is same. No,
Which base?
like the whole thing.
Huh? This is
Sir,
at point A is at a different height, point B is at a different height.
that is fine. That is fine.
Two different things. They are got at two different points at the top of the building. The base of the point A and the base of the point you cannot access it.
Sir, it's okay. You can do this. Find the angle for A, take it as alpha 1. Okay. Then on the other side, keep a ranging, staff at a given distance.
Huh?
Keep the staff at the opposite side at a
You
given
want
distance. Okay.
leveling also. You want a leveling stuff
Yes.
also.
Okay. Keep it at a given distance and measure the height for the same angle.
We are using a similar triangle principle and then projecting the height.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then how will you find the horizontal distance between the 2 points?
So that's what. You can find the height. So height by this thing will be this height by this thing. Okay. We need the difference in height only, no, sir.
Difference in height and distance between the 2 points. Because I taught you completely the theodolite. Completely the theodolite and the levels. Now the problem, you have to solve the problem. The book there is a simple solution. You are free to do any method. Yeah, your method will not work. Think of it, boy. Okay. Now I will tell you how we do it. Say A and B are in plan. It is not in elevation. Okay. A and B are in plan. It's not in elevation. Now you choose 2 points X and Y. So what is that I know? The distance XY is known to me. Distance XY is known to me. Set your theodolite at this point. Set your theodolite at this point. Make the horizontal vernier 0, 0. Make the horizontal vernier 0, 0. Bisect the point A. Bisect the point A. Release the upper clamp and bisect the point B. Release the upper clamp and bisect the point this. So how many values you will be reading here? So here alpha 1, then alpha 2. Is it okay? Similarly, you will be reading the vertical vernier reading also. You will be, so alpha 1, alpha 2 are alpha 1, alpha 2. What is it? Horizontal angle. Horizontal angle. Okay? You're okay? Right? So I
Yes.
put this is from the XY. Now what I do? Is it okay? I'll be reading a beta 1, beta 2. What is that? Beta 1 is the vertical angle for A towards A. Towards B is the vertical angle, beta 2. It's okay? Now you set your instrument over here, right? Then you make that 0, 0, point x. Then you read this. Okay, you will be knowing what is alpha 3. Then you will be alpha 4. Okay, so you will be knowing beta 3 vertical angle for this and beta 4. Beta 3 for A, beta 4 for B. Now can you solve the problem now? Can you solve the problem? No. So take a triangle AXY. Take a triangle AXY. Take a triangle AXY. So you know what is the angle alpha 1 plus alpha 2 is your angle AXY, is not? Alpha 1 plus alpha 2. And AYX is alpha 3. What is angle XAY? XAY is 180 minus alpha 1 plus alpha 2 minus alpha 3. Yeah. Am I right? So you can find out what is this angle. You know the triangle. This distance is known. Can you use a sine rule? Can you use a sine rule?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sine rule you can solve for this and this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So A by sine A plus B by sine B, C by sine C. Okay. Use sine rule, we can solve this. Is that okay? Then you take this triangle. This triangle. Alpha over is known, right? Is that okay? This triangle. BXY. BXY. Alpha 2 is known. This angle also known. 180 minus the sum of these angle will give you this angle. Again solve for the sine rule. So what is that? You can solve the what? This. Right? So you know you can solve this and this. Take this triangle or either take this other triangle. Now what happened? This side is known. No, this side is known. You have solved for this and you solve for this. These two are known and you have got a what? The included angle. Can you use a cosine rule? Square of this plus square of this minus 2 into this into this and the cos of this will give you the horizontal distance. Okay? Is it okay, bye? No response.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Solve that. Then how will you find out elevation difference? You know what is the, you have solved for this side, no? You have solved for this side. Okay. This tan beta 1 is your elevation difference. Am I right? And you have solved for this side. tan beta 2, the difference between it gives you the elevation difference between the two. It's okay. Because once you solve this, the elevation, this is angle beta 2. Similarly, you have got a beta 1 also. So you can use the other triangle also. You can do a check and then do that. So what is that? This is a concept of triangulation. The triangulation, what we do? The triangulation, what you do? We will know a baseline. This base is fixed. You read the angle to the accuracy and then solve the other sides of the triangle. So the network of triangle, if you solve it, then you will be able to achieve your desired result. Okay. Is it clear to you? This is called the double plane method. This is called the double plane method. So height and distance has been covered to you. Any doubt? Boys?
Okay.
Okay. Eventually you have the mid semester. So one more a typical problem I will put it in your assignment, and then you try to solve these two. Okay? Fine? Right.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So shall we have the CT and mid semester after November 14th, sir? That is after Diwali.
No problem. No issue. When is your semester closing?
Sir, I think semester will be starting from December, I guess, sir. December 1st or 2nd week.
Okay, fine. So I'm slow actually. I don't know whether I'm covering it. How about the B section? They completed?
Sir, I think they're having their mid semester, I guess, sir.
Today, what?
Yesterday they had one CT.
Oh, so they are well ahead. I think we are lagging behind.
Yes, sir.
What is the syllabus? What is the topic they are covering now? Any idea?
Sir, I'll ask and inform you, sir.
Just find out whether
Yes, sir.
I have to go fast or I have to go slow. I have to pick up the speed.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay. What do we do?